Hi, everyone, and happy Monday. It's your friend Ryan Rolfe with the Dsmsold team at Keller Williams Legacy Group here in Des Moines in Central Iowa. And it's time for another episode of Monday Market Update. So let's jump in and talk about what has been happening in the real estate space over the past couple of weeks. So it's been 2 weekends now, I guess you could say, since the Labor Day holiday, which is the official start to fall. Hopefully, I said that right. Fall doesn't actually start for a little while longer, and yet, as school gets back in session, that's kind of the unofficial start to fall. So, anyways, let's talk about what has been happening in the real estate market and how that affects you here in Des Moines and Central Iowa. So, in the $200,000 to $300,000 price point, as well as the $300,000 to $400,000 price point, we've been gaining more inventory than homes going pending, which is good news for buyers that are looking in those price points. More inventory means more options, and it means things maybe are moving slightly slower. That being said, it still doesn't mean that for people that are selling, that we're in a doom and gloom sort of situation where, oh my goodness, my house is going to take forever to sell, and it's going to sell for less. That's not necessarily the case. What is the case is we need to, as I've mentioned really all year long, we need to make sure your home is priced and presented appropriately for the market. And then that will help you achieve a top dollar sale. So for buyers, again, that $200,000 to $300,000 and $300,000 to $400,000 price points, those are very much growing in inventory, which is great. Still in a seller's market, the $300,000 to $400,000 price point. That's probably the closest to an even market, which is a market that favors both buyers and sellers. But that being said, it will likely be some time before we see that. That's a high moving price point. So we'll see maybe later this year if we get into that. In the $400,000 or less price points, that is all still in what we would consider a seller's market. So that means it favors sellers over buyers. There's more buyers than there are sellers. And then above 400,000, we are more equally in an even market. So that means $400,000 to $700,000 price point, and then it varies. It goes back and forth a little bit above that between an even and a buyer's market. But in the $400,000 to $700,000 price point, we are in an even market, which means it favors both buyers and sellers. So theoretically, there's enough inventory that it should meet all of the needs of the buyers that are looking, playing matchmaker, connecting buyer with seller in the perfect world. Again, we know that's not necessarily how things work. And yet, that is, for buyers that are looking in that price point, that is definitely a great price range to be looking in, because you do have a little bit more time even than the $400,000 and less, which is still gaining inventory. But overall, things are moving a little bit slower. So if you're in that price point and you're selling your home, don't get defeated if it doesn't go in a week or 2 weeks. It may take a little bit longer, even if it's priced right and presented well. Because it's in an even market. So things are taking a little bit longer to sell in those price points. Again, if we look back to prior to COVID, 30, 60, 90 days was normal for a home to be on the market. So don't get discouraged if it's been a little bit and you're not getting an offer, getting maybe what you had expected if you're thinking at it through the lens of, hey, in 2020, things were going in a split second, and now my home's sitting on the market. Another interesting fact is that over 2024 over 2023, we've had more price reductions in 2024. So prices are trending down a little bit. Now, granted, we did have a huge growth in prices or in the valuation of homes during the COVID time period. So it's natural that we're going to see some of that settle off a little bit. That still doesn't mean you're not going to get a great price for your home if you're looking to sell. And for buyers, with the inventory that you've got, that means more available options for you if, like I said, if you're out looking. Overall, if you look at everything on the market, so we're not talking about price point, we're not talking about any particular type of house. If we look at everything that's on the market, we're getting closer to a balanced or an even market overall. Again, we're still going to have price points that are in what we would consider a seller's market, some that will be in an even market, and then some that will be in a buyer's market. But if we look at everything, lump everything together, we're getting closer to an even market, which favors everybody. Again, that just means if you're looking to buy and you're looking to sell, theoretically, in the perfect world, there's enough home sellers as there are home buyers. So without further ado, here's what happened this weekend in real estate. This weekend we saw 209 new homes come on the market. 104 homes went into pending or under contract status, and 120 homes sold and closed. So you notice that pending number is a little bit lower than the new homes on the market. And so what that really means is that's what's allowing us to gain inventory and continue adding more inventory to the market. So hopefully this is helpful information. As always, if you've got questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks everybody for watching and have a great week. Bye.